PG-13, this is G.I. Joe, and we're just going to address some things here. You know, we'd like to talk about what we would like from Super7. Brian did say he was going to make some vehicles, and we've covered some of this in the past. But Brian, you're not listening. You see, our bad guys, our bikers, they need like a Harley Davidson. And they also need like some sort of police vehicle. You know, it would be nice to actually finally get like a cop car or something. A police car for the line. But Law and Order, all he gets is just a custom, you know. We need something. So we definitely need, you know, you got your Law and Order and you got your biker. Your dreadnought, man. Ooh, my racist dreadnought, he's ready to roll. Law and Order will be right behind him. You know, and like it is nice to get a few cheap vehicles. You know, get a nice little Harley or even a Ram cycle. But in Tiger Force, we never had that yet. Or all black. Something cool. And even like, why can't we get some of the vehicles that were made for Action Force? Like something like this, but you know, you actually add like some machine guns or some sort of mounted cannon in here. And definitely change this red to like black or chrome. Something cool. You know, this is kind of neat. Action Force action vehicle. And it has somewhat rubberish tires. There's even a little boat motor in there. Too bad this thing didn't go down though. And these seats, like this has to be actually lower or deeper inside. So the seats should actually have matched the front ones. So you know you'd have to re-engineer this better. So then you could, you know, seat the figures in the back better. But you know, that would be kind of cool. Have this in black or camouflage. And that has a little boat that comes off. But what we as diehard G.I. Joe fans wanted was a cartoon accurate shark that you could actually, you know, sit the figures in like the cartoon. So it had to be designed a little bigger and two-seater. So you can have them like this. You're not having it side by side. You're having one behind the other, just like the cartoon. And that's what I've always wanted to have. You know, a shark that seats two. And I definitely want a Havoc in Tiger Force colors. You know, even in Night Force colors. This thing would look fantastic in Tiger Force colors. And that would be fabulous. Anyways, people write in the comments down below if you think you'd like to see that in camouflage, the Havoc. And a four-seater Rocktober. That's why we got the Rocktober guy there. But the cartoon did show a four-seater Snowcat before. And make your cockpits a little bit like wider and, you know, a little larger, just to accommodate all figures. Because you know, you never know if you get like a, well, you can't accommodate the Ramar figure, it's too big. But you know, camouflaged snowcat, you know, camouflage snowcat with 4 seats. So definitely need all you'd have to do really is make a larger cab. That's it. And then you'd attach it to the rest of the vehicle. So that would be kind of cool. Not too hard to design, Brian. I'm surprised Action Robot Punch never designed it yet. Now, again, that would be a fantastic idea. Rocktober guard. snowcat. Or Cobra even had a snowcat, I think. That was a 4-seater. It was in the cartoon, I seen it. And we wanted Devilfish, that's a 2-seater, more cartoon accurate, so it would have to be a little bit bigger. And, you know, come on, Brian. We need our... And how come we don't have... Brian, you could do this. You could make some extras. You could even take the G.I. Joe molds from topside and give us some sailors. I mean, you're from San Francisco, you know. You think they would have sailors in San Francisco? Come on, isn't it a bay city? So, you know, like why don't we have any extra sailors? You know, we got extra sailors now, but not from Brian. Man, these are just fantastic figures. I'm really loving them. And I've said in previous videos I wanted a bigger water moccasin, you know, well, a cartoon accurate one that's big. It would probably be the size of the hydrofoil, or just a little bit smaller. But you know, it has the seat 4 inside the back here, and I think the turret showed it was a dual turret, so you could put 2 people in it. Not the actual turret was dual, but you could actually put 2 people inside the turret. So it was definitely larger, so it's going to obviously be a little bit bigger, and that would be friggin' awesome. You know, a cartoon accurate water moccasin, and a tank that's camouflaged that you can roll, because obviously when it's in neutral, it should have had a neutral setting so you could push it along when the batteries didn't work anymore. Because, you know, anything that's battery powered in the G.I. Joe line that you had to that had tracks, you know, it's just, once the battery's gone, it was just dead weight. It just sat there, did nothing. And I'm sure there's a ton of other vehicles like the His Tank 2. You know, I would love to see that remade all in black, and that would be fantastic. What other vehicles could they make? You know, the Conquest. The Conquest jet, that should have been like a 2-seater. You know, you can get a nice Conquest, make it a 2-seater. Not too hard to do. Like, even you look at the Snowspeeder, you got a backward seat. Super easy to do. And how come we don't get, you know, any well, I guess G.I. Joe did have for the Spy Troops Hummers, so maybe they could give us a medical Hummer. And you know, I've showed you my customs before, and just throw a few Hummers in the line. Everybody loves a good Hummer, you know, like click and play Hummer is super easy, super nice, and it actually works well, holds lots of stuff in the back. It's perfect and suitable for G.I. Joes. So we want vehicles for our figures that are in the cartoon, and we also want surprise vehicles. Like, oh, where did my thing go? Anyways, like, what other vehicles did I want? I wanted to have, you know, one of these, a medical, you know, transport vehicle, the APC. But also I want one for Cobra. But you know, you could design a better carrier. Like you could make something similar for Rocktober or the October Guards. Some people would like to see, you know, another Tomahawk made. I would be for another base. These are like, you could redesign the base, but that's, you know, that's later on down the line. But definitely, like, even that, the Ice Dagger, that is a step up from the Snowcat. And some people want, what do you call that? Well, obviously the Stingers would be nice. You know, get some more Stingers. Everybody loves Stingers. But Playsets, that's what I was gonna get at. You know, a better bunker. This bunker was kind of crap. And you know, make some new Playsets. Like oh, you know what I'm getting at. And the Piranha, you can remake that in like a 2-seater or bigger to hold more figures. But this is what I was getting at. The Checkpoint Alpha in Cobra. How come we don't have one for Cobra? Oh, it's better guard towers, like Click and Play and all those other, what is it, World Peacekeepers. They had way better guard towers. So, you know, like some small play sets. That's what makes G.I. Joe fantastic. All these little tiny play sets. You know, people love, and people did love the tow behinds that you could hook up to your vehicles. Brian, you know, you got lots of things you can make. And these new vamps, you can make them bigger, but don't do this. Please don't do what they did here. Keep it like OG, but you can make it a little bit higher up so you accommodate a 4-inch figure, you know? Like, and give us a Tiger Force Ostriker. I want a Tiger Force Ostriker. We've got them in every other color but Tiger Force. Like, come on, Brian. Just hear the fans. Listen to what the fans want. You know? Brian from Super7, come on. Now, if you do remake something like this, definitely make sure it's a better quality plastic, because this plastic was the hard plastic that just shatters and breaks. It's kind of crappy. And we want something cool. You know, make this a 2-seater, you know? Like, you could take pre-existing G.I. Joe vehicles, make them better. You could definitely make this better, because this design here was flawed just because of the back wheel. Like, it doesn't have, it's not strong enough, it's not thick enough. They should have made that rear piece thicker so it wouldn't break. And we know that we're probably going to get like a flight pod, you know, a trouble bubble. But come on, give us something cool, Brian. Something unexpected for our vehicles. You know, bring out 6 vehicles for Christmas one year. That's what I'm hoping for, Brian. I've seen it in my dreams. Make my dreams come true. You know, there's so many cool vehicles we want. People would want another Rage tank. Just don't use this color of plastic. You know, there's the, was it the Eagle Hawk? You know, you could remake some of those smaller jets, but you'd have to make the cockpits bigger. Like the Vector. That cockpit was too small, but it's a cool looking jet. There's so many different things. You could give us, was it an F-15 or is it F-18? You know, an F-18 jet would be cool. Is it the Hornet? Or is that an F-15? Oh. Yeah, the twin blades. Anyways. Not the aviator guy. And people do want another Cobra Rattler. People love Rattlers. You know, it's a fantastic plane. You could make a camouflaged one. Or a Python Patrol Rattler. We never had a Python Patrol Rattler. Why can't we get one of those? Like, there is just so many fantastic vehicles. And I've seen, like, for Iron Grenadiers, you know, people are painting up the jets. Like one of these. This would be fantastic. I love, you know, there's so much. But we definitely need a Rattler in Python Patrol colors. Like, how come that was never done? You know? Some of these jets are just fantastic. And do we get a larger HISS tank? Or maybe a modified HISS tank? There are some cool customs out there, Brian. And an Armadillo. Can't we get like a 2-seater Armadillo, a bigger one? Or just use this Armadillo design to make a bigger tank. You know? Maybe a medium-sized tank. Like when I was a kid, I loved playing with one of these. You know? My little slugger. I played with it till the wheel fell off and still played with it. And Wolverines. Come on, we need the Tiger Force colors. You know? Wolverines! Hell yeah! Wolverines! And one of these for Cobra. But don't use the cheap plastic. You know? We want a tactical battle platform for Cobra. You know? That would be great. Come on. And a wolf. You can make it different colors, camouflaged. Anyways, definitely want one of these. Stealth fighter. Anyways, thanks for watching. Let me know in the comments down below which vehicle you want Brian to make for Super 7. Because he's going to make some vehicles. Anyways, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and contest winners. I will post the email in the See More description.